The mind is the most powerful tool in your arsenal. I created this podcast as a daily supplement for you to invest into your thinking. This is your
Daily Mind Medicine.
Hey, let's talk about power. Let's talk about powers. I was in there's all of these Facebook groups that are all over the world, basically right now, especially entrepreneurial Facebook groups. But I was in a Facebook group a couple days ago, and I was responding to somebody's comments about health and just the pandemic and everything. I said, my lane is not really health and wellness. My lane is people and power and wealth and all of these things. It led to an interesting dialogue because they started asking questions, and people do not really understand. It's funny, not many people understand power dynamics. Not many people understand, like, for instance, what's going on in the political realm in the United States of America. How have these people built up so much power? How have these people built up so much? They have these centers of wealth over several generations. And I've gone in, and me and Chris have studied it because we have to. We have to understand how we're going into investment businesses and consulting people on people with net worths that 25x ours. We have to understand how they think. And anyways, one of the things that I've really noticed is that many people chase power, but they miss a central ingredient. They misunderstand the central ingredient. And I want to teach you a little bit about how to develop power in your own life. People chase power, but the people that are truly, truly, truly significantly head and shoulders above the rest of the world in terms of raw power, authentic authority, what they've developed is the sense of purpose first, and power follows purpose. Power follows purpose. And now you can hack this, because some people, their purpose is to chase power, is to accumulate power, but those people tend to be wildly unhealthy and unfulfilled and filled with problems. But as an entrepreneur, it's been interesting to me to notice this, because if you look across my life, the moments and the areas that I tend to have the most power being defined as I have control over what's going on around me. I have control over, sometimes the only thing you need to create more power in your life is just to wake up on time. It doesn't always have to be controlling other people. First you have to learn how to control yourself. And discipline follows, your own behaviors. And so it's been interesting looking at the areas of my life when I have the most power, I have the most control, I have the most momentum, I have the most energy, I have the most influence, I have the most, powers of wealth, centers of wealth, accumulation of people's trust. It's always the areas where I have the strongest and highest purpose. Purpose. It's going to be very difficult for you to develop higher power when you have not first developed a higher purpose. It's going to be really tough for you to exert your control over the world around you if you have not first and foremost identified the purpose that is driving that sense of control, that exertion of control. You look at some people and it's like, man, life literally ripples and warps around them. Like, it doesn't matter what happens to them. It doesn't matter what setbacks they just bounce back. They just bounce back. They just go right through it. Like, life, it will beat them up, and then they will just turn around smiling, and they will go and take advantage of whatever setbacks they have, and they will grow. You look at a person like this, you look at a person like me, you look at a person like Chris, and the people that we associate and interact with, and there is this defining purpose to our lives, a purpose that is deeper into the ground than our setbacks, a purpose that has much more resilience in the tank than what setbacks can do to us. Power follows purpose. If you're looking for more power, my suggestion to you today is to go into the areas of your life and really develop purpose. What are you here for? What are you doing this for? Is it just about you? Is it about other people? Define what your purpose really is, and out of that will flow tremendous power. Just telling you, try it. Hope your day is amazing. Let's change the world. You don't need to have a massive, massive, massive platform. You just need to influence one person positively. And then they go out and they influence one person positively. And then they go out, so forth and so on. If you can influence one person, you have exponential growth. Go do it. Make it a great day. Adios.
DailyMindMedicine.com